Everyone deserves a great mobile network with the widest coverage you can trust. That is Celcom territory. The of Johor taught an online class. How Maria in Sabah still celebrates every sale like the first, where the Hafiz family
Ever wish you could speed things up?
Now everyone can with the power of more uncapped speed internet for full HD streaming and binging on the hottest shows. Get the new Xpex Unlimited today.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi warga UiTM dan para pendidik. Terima kasih kerana bersama kami pada pagi ini. Tapi sebelum kita memulakan webinar kita yang bertajuk Engaging Student with Social Media, saya memperkenalkan dulu speaker kita pada pagi ini, iaitu Profesor Madya Dr. Zaniha Abdullah atau dikenali sebagai Dr. Zack, yang mempunyai kepakaran dalam bidang komunikasi visual dan teknologi pendidikan. Beliau pernah menyandang jawatan sebagai pengarah hal ehwal korporat UTM dan kini beliau merupakan senior lecturer di UTM. Jadi tanpa membuang masa, saya menyerahkan webinar kita pagi ini pada speaker kita. Dipersilakan Dr. Zack.
Terima kasih Cik Firdaus. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And greetings everyone. Apa khabar? Okay, semoga semuanya baik pagi ini. Saya Zaliha Abdullah. You can always call me Zack, just Zack. It's great to be here. I would like to say thank you so much to UiTM team and also Celcom for inviting me. Sebelum saya memulakan kita punya sharing session ya, saya mohon maaf, saya akan menggunakan mixed language. I hope you don't mind. Kerana slide juga dipaparkan dalam bahasa Inggeris ya. So let's just begin with the sharing session ya. Cik Firdaus, kita boleh just simply share the slide that I have prepared. Thank you so much. Okay, today's topic is about engaging students with social media, But let me just emphasize here that it is not so much to do with social media as a tool. Concern saya lebih kepada teknik, okay, on how you can use that social media. It can be just anything, okay, not necessarily Facebook, TikTok, can just be anything. But the important point is to look at the approach, okay. Sebagai saya percaya most of us here are educators. Okay, guru-guru, para guru, jadi kita lebih kepada teknik dan pendekatan yang bersesuaian dalam penggunaan social media tersebut. So ini adalah bentuk perkongsian saya hari ini. Okay, sekiranya if you have anything to ask, feel free to use the chat section. Okay, I will just pick up some of your questions, okay, and we'll discuss further. If for those who are quite busy, you might not be able to ask at this time, you can always email me, the zack@utm.my. Right, I'm now with the School of Education, Faculty of Social Science and Humanities in UTM, Skudai, Johor. Okay, let's have a look. So hari ini kita akan memperbincangkan few of these topics. Okay, pertama sekali tu yang perkara pertama, kedua, ketiga tu is quite basic. I believe if most teachers you might be familiar with all this, but however I just like to recap. Kita tengok balik, revisit, about these misconceptions of social media. Hopefully tak ada lagi lah misconception tentang social media ni. We are more open towards using social media. And then we look at the social media opportunities which to do with acknowledging the power of social media. And then saya akan bercakap tentang social media dan blended learning. So banyak sebenarnya pendekatan yang boleh kita gunakan melalui social media, dan salah satu pendekatan yang popular adalah blended learning. Saya akan menyentuh sedikit tentang itu. Kemudian bila nak menggunakan blended learning ni, kita kena faham lah ada sebenarnya teori ataupun framework dia yang tertentu, yang rangka dia tertentu yang kita perlu patuhi lah. Dan ia bukan semata-mata hanya penggunaan online, offline, that's it. It's not blended learning. That is not blended learning when you say that, oh, I've used online tools and I also deliver my teaching face to face. That is not yet blended learning. Okay, you must understand this. And bukan sahaja saya akan berkongsi tentang model-model blended learning, saya akan kongsikan juga kaedah mengaplikasi high quality blended learning. Okay, apa yang dimasukkan high quality, apa yang tinggi sangat kualitinya ini kita akan lihat ya. Okay, dan finally saya akan kongsi planning atau tips lah how to integrate high quality blended learning and social media dalam menghasilkan teaching and learning which is quite innovative. Meaning you as a teacher can become innovative. You can create your own approach to learning by using social media or any other tools or devices. So 6 perkara ini akan kita sentuh hari ini. So before that, okay, this is what I mentioned about misconception of social media. So I hope, dengan kita tengok advertisement Celcom tadi kan, how, social media can be fully utilized for so many things for our well-being, So hopefully we do not have these misconceptions anymore, right? Contoh macam kita assume student lack self-expression when online. That is so not true, especially with the current generation kan. Okay, they do express themselves, they do very much. You think that, they don't normally talk in your class, tapi bila pergi online, they are so expressive, they communicate well with their friends. So we have to accept the fact, they are expressive, but this also depends, on the topic that they like to talk about. You as the teacher have to trigger them to communicate and interact more, and they also like to join communities that they are interested in. As we are aware now, dekat sekolah, student dah start main Roblox, all these things, and they are very interactive, in there with their friends. This is another approach which is shown yang sebenarnya pelajar-pelajar ni kalau kena dengan gaya pembelajaran yang kita panggil Roblox tu, dia macam gamification so mereka akan lebih engage dan boleh communicate dengan lebih baik lah. So bergantung kepada minat mereka juga. And then social media ni pun tidak dinafikan, students get connected with their friends, bukan macam zaman-zaman dulu you can just come back from school and then you can play on the playground with your friends. So it's not like that anymore. They actually gather and communicate in online games, in the online environment mostly after schools, So we have to take all this into consideration on changing our mindset of this misconception. And banyak dah sangat-sangat research yang menyatakan bahawa social media, online environment really helps spark students' creativity. Ini memang betul lah, sebab bila berada dalam online, they easily get, information, and then they easily get to connect with a different community for advices, guidance. So it helps with the development of their creativity in a way, right? Boleh dengar ya? Okay, let me just check here. Right, and apa lagi misconception lain? We also have, we try to avoid saying that social media is purely for fun. It's not just fun. Even TikTok, ingat tak zaman dulu masa mula-mula diperkenalkan, ramai rejected, saying that TikTok is suitable for education, lebih kepada entertainment. For fun, but that's not, it is now, okay, kita dah merubah. Like I said, social media is just a tool, right? But how you use it that makes the difference. Okay, sekarang TikTok pun dah digunakan sebagai delivery of information yang baik-baik and content development. A lot of people can develop the content and share the content, and some has been delivered even clearer than some others. So you get to choose which content to listen to, So it is just more than purely fun these days. So another two misconception is especially parents kan, we believe that social media can cause more harm than good. But then again, okay, do we blame the telephone for the things people say, right? So you can look at from that perspective, right? Like I said again, social media is just a tool. So how you use it, that really counts. Okay, it comes down to how we educate our students and the young people, Okay, and let's just look at from the positive perspective. There's a lot of benefit, right? For example, student can use social media to connect with their employers. Maaf saya akan berhenti sekejap kerana saya tidak sihat, sedikit batuk. Okay, back. Like I've said, apologize I cough a bit. Yalah, tengah musim tak sihat sekarang ni with the flu and all that. Okay, berbalik kepada misconception tadi tu, kita lihat secara positif lah Social media ni sebenarnya banyak benefit. Macam you can get your children to get connected with employers. Let's say they want to do internship, they can start get connecting now. For example, they want to work with AirAsia ke apa ke, you can start to join the community that exists in Facebook, in many other platforms, And other than the misconception, satu lagi, social media is only for young people. This is so not true. Now even old folks pun dah guna TikTok, right? Dulu memang ada resistance. Apa-apa pun introduction to new tools pasti ada resistance. But these days, it is more acceptable, Jadi bukan sahaja orang muda, we also use them. We use them to get connected to family and friends, even advance our career. Kadang-kadang tu macam kita nak tahu tentang satu informasi baru, we can just simply go to social media. And it depends on type of social media, kita boleh mendapatkan informasi dan develop our skills further, from there. Okay, hopefully no longer such misconception among us, And then sedikit flashback, on the evaluation of media. So we started off with printing press, evolved to telegram, telephone, movie, TV, and then finally in the era of internet. So the use is actually different from the beginning until now, right? Now everybody want to become producer. Everybody are more into group conversation, We're not just simply watch or listen. We want to participate, along in delivering of the information, So dia punya keperluan tu dah berubah lah sehingga kini kalau kita lihat. Okay, and then sedikit sharing tentang maklumat penggunaan social media based on Digital Trends Report yang terkini. Facebook masih mengekalkan tangga pertama, right? Okay, masih ramai lagi yang menggunakan Facebook, as you can see there. Okay, YouTube and so forth. The rest like TikTok is catching up, but Facebook is still there because lots of community has been developed and established in Facebook. That is why they maintain on the top. Begitu juga dengan penggunaan social media dalam online learning, pembelajaran dalam talian. So kalau kita lihat tu setiap tahun dia meningkatlah, dan sehingga kini kalau kita lihat last year lah, data from last year, reach until 189 million. Okay, pelajar yang berdaftar untuk belajar secara dalam talian. So we have to realise that there's a demand in online learning, and we as educators have to find ways on making our teaching and learning more effective, Okay. Saya nampak ada komen akun salam semua. We have Saliza, Nur Hayati, Dr. Anis Zawati. Hello everyone. Okay. Right, back to the slide, the power of social media again. So how can we best use social media for education? Let's give thoughts, okay? And first thing first, as a teacher, we can always apply the teaching and learning approach in social media, like I said just now, to improve, to enhance, or you need to promote learning. There's a difference, If you're a teacher, you need to know whether what you want to do, are you trying to improve, are you trying to enhance, or you try to promote? If there's no level of creativity at all appear among your students, perhaps you will have to find ways to promote learning, Ni samalah macam you nak buat penambahbaikan dan nak mencari cara tu, kita membaca kan. Bila membaca tu, kita kena carilah jurnal-jurnal atau buku-buku yang menggunakan perkataan ini, specifically. Kalau promote ni dia ada kaedah yang lain, Kalau enhance kaedah yang berbeza, while improve satu kaedah yang berbeza, okay? Tetapi macam mana kita nak buat atau nak memulakan menggunakan social media in our teaching and learning? Okay, like I said, there are many approaches, right? But one of the approaches that is quite popular is blended learning. Jadi saya akan kaitkanlah penggunaan blended learning dan social media dalam sharing session ini. So let's begin by understanding lah the importance of blended learning. Saya percaya ramai guru di sini dah tahu apa tu blended learning, But I hope it's not just to do with online, offline. Okay, like I said earlier. Okay, kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, saya ingin mengajak lah ya. I would like to invite all of you to go to this link. Mungkin bukan sekarang, tapi selepas habis sesi ini atau bila-bila anda mempunyai masa lapang, okay, silalah ke mooc.utm.my. Ini massive online open course, okay, yang ditawarkan oleh UTM. Ada course yang percuma, ada yang berbayar. So you can go to this link and join the course for free. Okay, sebentar ya, saya nak batuk lagi. Okay, maaf kurang sihat. Alright, back to this. You can join this course for free, right? In here we have structured learning activities where you can just involve, the rest of students who participate. Boleh berbincang, and watch the videos that we have prepared. So if you want to know more about blended learning, you can join this mooc.utm.my. Normally you can join for free, but if you want certificate, okay, masa itu sahaja anda perlu membuat pembayaran lah. Okay. Okay, what exactly is blended learning, right? Okay, let's go to this Padlet link. Okay, kalau anda boleh pergi ke Padlet link ini, I'll share you for a while. http://bit.do/blended, yeah. Okay. So if you go there, I share dulu ya. Saya nak lihat sebenarnya apa pandangan anda tentang blended learning, right? So there's a lot of definition already yang telah dikongsikan oleh para pendidik yang lain. So I do want to see your point of view. So it would be great if you could just click on that pink button there, right? You can click on there and then you can add your version of blended learning definition. Let me see. Can we give you about 1 minute? Let's see if there's any participation. Belum ada lagi? Cik Firdaus ada sharekan link ya? Link untuk blended learning. Again, just simply click on that pink button down there, the plus pink button, right? And then you can add in your definition of blended learning. Learning. Okay, just simply click on that pink button and add in your definition of blended learning. Okay, for example there, right? You can set or you can add your name here, right? And then start typing. What do you understand about blended learning? Okay, dah ramai yang masuk tu. Interesting. Okay. Ada yang kata blended learning is an interactive ways to learn material in a course and it blends different techniques. Menarik tu. Okay. I want my student to work harder than me. Hard to control. Blended learning could mean my students reading something, watching a short film, doing an exercise. Okay. Interesting. It sounds more like flexible learning. The flexibility actually happens in blended learning. Interesting. Roslina Muhammad. Okay, I thought blended learning is a combination approach between classroom learning and online learning. Yep, that's correct. Yep. Kita akan lihat lebih lanjut selepas ini. Okay, interesting. Okay. Tell you what, please continue to add your definition of blended learning sebab saya akan baca, okay, after this. Do not worry. Okay, saya akan baca. Just go again to that link of Padlet. Letakkan definisi blended learning anda dan saya akan baca dan kita cuba bandingkan dengan definisi sebenar lah ya. Okay, berbalik kepada ini. Right, sebelum saya teruskan untuk mendalami apa itu blended learning, mari kita bermain quiz. Okay, so untuk yang Padlet tadi tu, you can always go back and revisit to the link and add in your definition. Not to worry, I will definitely read, yeah. Okay, but for now, kita akan cuba bermain quiz. Boleh ya? Boleh tengok respon sikit tak? Are you with me? Boleh add di komen. Is everybody following? Okay, kalau dah ready tu, okay, anda boleh join quiz ini. Alright. I'm going to start the quiz. And, okay. So let me just share. Let's go try the quiz. Oh, thank you, Cik Farida. Thank you, Hamida. Thank you, Puan. Fairuz, okay, let's go and play the game. Just 2 questions, simple, just to, I'm trying to detect whether you understand what blended learning is or not, yeah? So kita main-main sikit je 2 soalan je quiz. Mesti ada yang geram kan pagi-pagi dah kena buat quiz. Okay, so you go to this quiz, right? And then, get into this code 880441. Okay. Kita tunggu participant join, nanti saya mulakan ya. Setakat ini belum ada lagi siapa yang join lagi. Okay, not yet. Oh, Alia. Thank you, Alia. Okay, we have Eda. Jom lihat tentang kefahaman anda terhadap blended learning. Ataupun dalam bahasa Malaysianya pembelajaran teradun ya. Queen Bee, Queen Bees. Okay. We have 3 participants so far. Tia, Fatin, Alia. Your name is quite familiar. Okay, we have about 5 so far. Thank you for the sticker. Nervous. Don't be nervous. Kita main-main je ni. Attention Queen Bees pagi-pagi dah quiz. Okay. Jade, Idia, Yuzawani. Okay, nama Sila pun ada. Okay, Sila. Right. 14 participants. Cikgu Azia, apa khabar? Okay, kita tunggu sikit lagi. Can we reach until 20 participants? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jom kita mula Congratulations, Queen Bees, Tara, okay, Eda, and the rest as well. Alright. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation. Thank you. So I've seen a lot of you actually understand what blended learning is, ya. Ramai dah memahami pun apa tu blended learning, senanglah kerja saya. So ada juga yang tidak berapa faham, tak mengapa. So this is why we need to discuss, ya. If you look at the first question just now, kita tanyakan, a teacher project her lecture on a digital whiteboard while students take notes on laptop. So is this blended learning? Ramai yang jawab betul. Bukan no, this is not blended learning sebenarnya. It's just the use of technology, you see. So that's the first question. Then we have the second one. For homework, students watch an online lecture of topic X. In class, students discuss back about that topic X. So ini blended learning ke tidak? Yes, it is. This is called flipped classroom model, blended learning. Dia flip kan, apa yang biasa kita buat dalam kelas tu, kita tak buat lagi dalam kelas, we do it online and the student learn by themselves, perhaps by watching your video, right? And then we carry that same topic, same knowledge back to the classroom, whether the teacher want to do discussion or you want to do role playing, okay, you want to do any activity with the same topic, you may do so, okay, in the classroom. So yes, this is blended learning. So apa yang membezakan sebenarnya dua ini adalah sebenarnya pendekatan, terdapat certain approach that you have to use to link them together. You don't just simply separate them. Okay, you talk about a topic and then guna technology and that's about it. Okay, that's not correct and that's not blended learning. You think that okay, you dah bercakap di depan kelas face to face and then you ask a student to do work online separately and you declare that as blended learning. That is not exactly the definition of blended learning. So I will further explain. Okay, kita tengoklah Kalau berdasarkan dasar pembelajaran negara, okay, the definition of blended learning betul memang ada offline traditional classroom setting as well as online and then dasar pembelajaran negara state that every teacher should apply 30% to 80% online learning. So kita dah menuju ke arah itulah. Alright, in the future everything needs to be blended and perhaps go more online. Sekarang dah fully online pun dah banyak kita dah ada micro credentials courses, kita dah ada MOOCs, kita dah ada ODL dan macam-macam. Betul, Dr. Razif. Yes, we do have ODL, Open Distance Learning program that we offered here in UTM, adalah yang pertama yang menawarkan ODL for public university. Okay, betul. PBJ different mode, correct, that's correct, where you do your courses Dr. Razif secara sepenuhnya online. So bolehlah visit nanti our odl.utm.my. Okay, banyak kursus yang kita tawarkan kepada terutamanya guru-guru where you don't have to come to campus, you just do it fully online lah. There's a way of doing it. Dan kita hanya perlu berjumpa secara dalam talian synchronous. Talian tu face to face, tapi dalam talian sebanyak sekurang-kurangnya 6 kali sahaja and the rest kita dah sediakan structured what to do, what assignments to do, what information that you should read, notes given in earlier phase, so dah ada kaedahnya lah. So have a look at open distance learning ODL. So sesuai lah bagi anda-anda yang memang tak ada masa untuk travel. Khususnya mungkin mahal sedikit, tetapi when you look at another perspective where you can save a lot on travelling kan, accommodation dan sebagainya tu actually is quite equivalent lebih kurang je. Okay, right, so back to this, bila kita kata tadi definisi blended learning, okay, blended learning bagaimana you katakan ni blended learning, dia mesti interconnect, dia mesti berkaitan antara satu dengan yang lain. So it's not like you teach one topic face to face and then you teach another topic online, right? When you do that, let's say just teach one topic but that topic need to be interconnected. How do you connect them? Okay, that's the way of us trying to explore to connect and to combine them. Itulah kita akan melihat pendekatan pengajaran dan pembelajaran. Okay, jadi key ingredients to blended learning kalau kita summarizekan, okay, it has to be face to face and there's online instruction or learning. So let me just state here, there's a word instruction. Itu yang tadi saya kata mesti ada kaedah pengajaran dan pembelajaran yang menghubungkannya Okay. So untuk melihat lebih lanjut lagi bagaimana ia dihubungkan tu secara lebih holistik, so kita fahamkan dulu framework underpinning blended learning. Apakah rangka yang mendukung kepada pembelajaran teradun ni So berdasarkan teori ini, mungkin ada antara anda pernah dengar TPAC, right? So teori ni menyatakan before you start thinking of applying blended learning, you must have these three main components, right? You must have what sort of technology you're going to use. Ini yang tadi tu kita kata social media. But social media is just one of the components, and like I said, it's just a tool, okay, untuk anda gunakan, right? You must know what you're going to teach. Of course, I believe all teachers know this, okay, apa konten yang anda hendak ajar. And then finally, you must know the pedagogical approach you're going to use, okay? Apakah teaching and learning approach yang anda akan gunakan. So 3 komponen ni perlu digabungkan lah bersekali bila anda hendak mengguna blended learning approach sebagai pendekatan anda. Okay, let's say lah here we teach English vocabulary. Okay, katakanlah itu subjek yang anda ajar. Okay, and then what sort of technology you're going to use? You can decide maybe let's say Facebook and LMS. You know, it's not advisable to just only use one platform. Okay, these days students are so familiar with so many social media platforms. You can just gather and combine them. Right, and then finally this the tricky part, the pedagogical ni. Pedagogi ni mesti bersesuaian dengan isu yang anda hadapi lah. Sebagai guru, apa agaknya isu yang anda hadapi ketika melaksanakan pembelajaran subjek tersebut. Okay, let's say you find that students are not critical enough, you know. Apa kaedah pengajaran, you start reading what sort of teaching and learning approach should be suitable to tackle critical thinking. You kena cari. So kalau you tengok teaching and learning approach ada banyak, right? Problem based learning, project based learning, banyak lah. But you must find one yang banyak digunakan untuk tackle critical thinking tadi. Okay, tengok balik masalah yang anda hadapi sebagai guru lah. It can be critical thinking, it can be creativity, you know, it can be so many things. So cari, you have to read a bit. Cari yang bersesuaian. Okay, once you found that, let's say you think, you know, problem-based learning really helps with critical thinking, okay? Then you start to find which blended learning models ada banyak, So you start to find and identify mana blended learning model yang agaknya bersesuaian. You blend these two and then that can become your innovation, okay, or your pedagogical innovation. So biasanya guru-guru kalau nak menang anugerah guru terbaik lah apa semua dia salah satu kriteria dia akan melihat anda punya teaching and learning innovation. So this framework can be your base. You can begin thinking, you can begin planning by using this framework, okay? Saya akan share nanti dokumen ni nanti di mana anda boleh simply gunakan, download, gunakan and you can make change, right? And this framework is also useful for those, ada cikgu-cikgu yang saya fahami sedang melanjutkan pengajian di peringkat master, PhD, okay, you may find this framework useful later ya. So saya akan sharekan dokumen yang mana anda boleh download nanti. So ini adalah persediaan sebelum anda ingin apply blended learning. You have to keep these components in mind ya. Okay, so all this you must have in mind first. Right. Keperluan ni saya rasa semua dah sedar pun kan kenapa pentingnya blended learning ni. Salah satu reason is to do with the generation lah kita ada generation terkini alpha, you know, when you teach them, when you ask questions, some of them might not answer you directly. They just want to say, hey, can I answer you? Can I tweet you? Can I just simply discuss this further in our Facebook group, you know, those kind of thing, yeah. And more students are getting familiar with the online environment, especially after the pandemic strikes, yeah. Even our own children, they're so used to Microsoft Teams and all that, yeah. Okay. And I would like to share with you, kalau nak mengetahui lebih banyak lagi tentang blended learning, you know, the findings, kadang-kadang kita tak sure kan which blended learning models would be suitable for our teaching. You know, I would encourage you to read. Melalui membaca ni nanti anda akan lihat, oh sebenarnya ada researcher lain atau guru lain yang telah apply approach ini. Okay, dalam bila mereka apply tu, mereka dapat mengenal pasti kekurangan, kelebihan. So you can learn from their mistakes. So okay, that's the best part. So where to start? Maybe you can start with these 3 books, you know. This one here, okay, berkenaan dengan blended learning yang mana para pendidik kita di Malaysia telah aplikasikan. So ada yang dah apply blended learning dalam psikologi, ada yang menggunakan collaborative learning, authentic learning. So you can have a look and you can later plan whether you yourself can also apply the same method as they did, So the rest, this is quite current. Juga berkongsi tentang pedagogical approach, okay, yang mereka banyak innovate lah, mereka rangkakan dan berkongsi dan apply dalam environment pengajaran mereka, dan mereka hasilkan kajian and share with you, you know, the findings. So have a look at these 3 books for a start, okay. Okay, bercakap tentang blended learning models, macam kita buat quiz tadi tu, ada antara kita, ramai dah memahami, tapi bagi yang agaknya baru mengenali ni, saya kongsikan sedikit dahulu lah ya. You can always go to this blendedlearning.org/model/, okay. Di situ akan ada penerangan lebih lanjut, terdapat video yang lebih mendalam lah tentang setiap model. So yang paling popular sekali dalam blended learning models ni adalah rotation model. Okay, dia ada banyak kategori tu. Ada station rotation, lab rotation, individual rotation, flip classroom. Kita biasa dengar flip classroom kan. Okay. Tapi model-model ni juga digunakan, kalau you baca lah dalam kajian, macam flip classroom ni banyak digunakan di sekolah-sekolah, okay. Kalau macam lab rotation ni banyak digunakan bagi macam universiti lah, banyak dengan kajian chemistry and all that ya. Ada juga model-model lain macam flex. Flex ni banyak digunakan bagi kursus-kursus. Slide nampak blurry. I do see it clear. Cik Firdaus, slide nampak blurry ke? Okay, okay, just bear with me. Maybe we can just share this link to these slides later, Okay, and then flex ni banyak macam architecture students, okay, architecture courses yang menggunakannya quite flexible, di mana student boleh just simply do their work and then pensyarah akan tunggu on site lah. Oh, yang lain nampak clear Terima kasih. Okay, maybe Puan Zalina, you can just keluar dan cuba masuk balik, or you can change your YouTube resolution, to make it clearer, higher resolution. Okay, and then a la carte, ada banyak lah, online driver, kita ada face-to-face driver, ada banyak kaedah. So I would really like you to just go to this blendedlearning.org/models ni nanti. Dalam ni ada banyak video penerangan yang lebih jelas, okay. Agaknya kalau kita terfikir tu, mana satu, where should I start with, I wouldn't restrict you. Frankly, I would not like to restrict you. You can just simply do try and error. Tetapi sebelum itu, lebih baiklah kiranya, macam I kata tadi, you membuat pembacaan, okay. Like look at all this research that has been done. Mereka telah menggunakan model-model tertentu dan telah mengkaji pun keberkesanannya. So anda boleh belajar daripada sini before you decide on using which model best suits, okay, to teach your subject, Okay. For example, just I'm giving few examples. Station rotation, ramai dah tahu agaknya bagaimana you boleh kategorikan pelajar into different categories and set station for them. Let's say for example here you have like 4 stations. Okay, mungkinlah kita sebagai guru normally we have to identify siapalah yang agaknya high performer, right? And then a moderate performer and then low performer. So you can always set them to work together in one group perhaps, if that's your strategy based on certain approach, Or you can categorize them by different levels. Mungkin yang lemah tu should be in station A more with you as the teacher. You have to like prep and drill them properly. For the advanced one, perhaps you can assign them to work on different station by themselves. Okay, so different station there you can categorize and you can rotate. Okay, bukanlah you just simply let them go, right? But you will somehow facilitate their learning in a way. Yeah. So this is just one example of station rotation. You can also produce charts, station rotation chart. Like you can set group 1 daripada pukul 9 hingga 9.30 buat kerja sendiri. Okay, 9.30, 10 dah mula berbincang dengan kawan-kawan. And then 10 to 10.30 go to you as the teacher and start learning from you or discuss with you, So you can have this kind of chart on planning how to apply station rotation for your classroom, yeah. As for lab rotation, kalau kita tengok ni biasanya bagi macam kalau dekat universiti ni bukanlah banyak komputer dalam kelas, right? So you can always start with the discussion first, face to face, then you just assign them to do their own work at lab. Computer lab ke lab apa-apalah, and then go back to you after that. So macam ni contoh macam dekat universiti ada juga classroom yang reach up to 200 students kan, dalam big halls macam tu. Macam manalah kita nak monitor each one of them. So you boleh structure you punya pengajaran tu where you may lecture them first and then you assign them to go to lab, and you have structured already what sort of activity that they have to do, so you can monitor closely each students, yeah. Okay, this is lab rotation, and this one is the popular one, flipped classroom, like quiz nombor 2 tadi tu. Okay, so what we have done traditionally in classroom, now we do it at home. So kalau dah biasa bersyarah kan dalam classroom, now you can just record your video, upload them, and then let the students watch your lecture video first, okay, at home, and later on, bring that, whatever they have watched, whatever they have understood, bring that to the classroom and do some activities in the classroom. So there's no longer about listening to lecture anymore, yeah? When it comes to flip classroom, you just flip the way you usually teach, okay? Right. Now, itu tadi tu semua orang kata blended learning yang dah biasa kita dengar lah. Now we want to look at the high quality blended learning, right? So bukan sahaja kita apply model-model yang sedia ada, tapi kita juga sebagai guru kena pastikan bahawa blended learning kita itu berkualiti. So how do we do this? Right? You must have these 4 elements, okay? When you apply blended learning, tak kira lah model yang mana-mana pun, tapi you kena pastikan you integrate these 4 elements, which are student ownership, personalized learning, mastery-based education, and then relationships. Okay, barulah kita dapat iktiraf bahawa blended learning yang anda integrate is actually high quality blended learning. Ini adalah berdasarkan kajian. Right. Okay, when you talk about elemen yang pertama tu, student agency or ownership. So you kena tahu bahawa bila you apply blended learning, dia punya spiritnya adalah untuk menjadikan pelajar tu lebih self-directed. Okay, yang boleh belajar dengan sendirinya, boleh mencari informasi dengan lebih baik secara sendirinya. So you need to know that, right? You must give, when they seek for the knowledge by themselves, the information for themselves, dia akan lebih rasa macam they own, the learning process. This is where the student agency occur. So student must put effort in their own learning. You as the teacher must train them to become independent learner, right? And then let them explore and feel comfortable. So ini di mana pada awal tu kalau kata memilih social media, anda kena tanya dululah which social media platform that they are familiar or comfortable to be in. So ini important kalau macam di universiti, saya biasa sebelum memulakan kelas tu saya akan tanyalah pelajar-pelajar which platform would you like, and these days, last time, they like to use Facebook. These days, no longer, They just simply say, boring lah, TikTok lah, right? Okay, Facebook is for old folks, ouch, terasa I. Okay, but as a teacher, we must be open, So I start exploring TikTok and use TikTok a lot. Do follow me, Zach UTM, okay? So I hope you teachers, lecturers all have your own TikTok as well. That can be a very effective platform for information delivery, but it's just that you need to be quite creative in building the content, right, in TikTok, because it's quite short and you have to make it short and clear and sharp. Right. So you ask your student first. If they say that the platform that they're convenienced with is TikTok, then start using TikTok. Okay. But I'm not saying that just one platform, right? These days students senang je, dia boleh adapt with so many platforms. So use more than one, okay, if possible. Right now, elemen kedua adalah personalized learning. Jadi kita nak bagi learning tu lebih personalized, right? You kena bagi mereka boleh belajar dengan keadaan yang mereka rasa sesuai. Let's say, they are advanced students. Okay, you have 14 topics katakanlah. You shouldn't restrict them to learn from topic 1, 2, 3. No, you must allow them. If they think that they already familiar with all these basic topic, they can jump to topic 10 ke 11 ke 12, right? So they set their own pace, okay? That is personalized learning. So elemen tu perlu ada dah dalam you mengintegrasikan your blended learning. Okay, perkara ketiga adalah mastery based education. Sebagai guru pun kita kena monitor, right, whether all the students mencapai tahap atau tidak. So we must set that level. Macam main game kan? You ada level 1, 2, 3, Nanti I share dengan you macam mana I buat with my method. Level 1, 2, 3. So you akan lihat nanti ada pelajar yang sekejap dia capai level 3. Okay? Ada yang pelajar sedikit slow, masih lagi di level 1. So this is what we call mastery based education. You must allow that to happen in your blended learning environment, Okay. And finally, relationship ni sangat-sangat penting, right? Bila nak apply blended learning, you must create relationship, meaning between a student and teacher, you yourself and your student, you must have that strong relationship or create relationship between them, peers and student. And finally, you could create this mentor and mentee relationship where we support each other. There's no judgmental relationship. No, nobody is stupid. No, okay. So we help each other. So you boleh create ni dalam blended learning environment tu. Maybe like I said just now, you have different levels of performance, right, in your classroom. So maybe pelajar yang advanced ni can become mentor to the low performer students, for example, So you have that mentor-mentee relationship. Saya ada buat kajian juga. Nanti saya share tentang relationship ni lebih lanjut lagi dalam kajian saya dan apa yang membuatkan ia menarik, okay? Right, so where to start? Bila dah tahu tadi, dah tahu model, okay, dah tahulah 3 komponen penting kan yang perlu ada kalau nak apply blended learning ni. Okay, so mana kita nak start ni? Okay, where to start? Okay, so saya dah sediakan structure. Okay, before you start, you should ask questions to yourself. Okay, like I said just now, what exactly is the problem with the learning condition? Okay, what do you want your student to experience or learn? Macam saya kata tadi, student you ada mengalami masalah critical thinking ke, creativity ke, ada masalah engagement ke, okay, ada masalah motivasi ke? So you must detect that first, okay? And then macam case I, excuse me. Okay, you tengok sebentar ya, sekejap. Okay, so these are the questions that you should ask yourself. First kali, what do you want your students to learn? In my case, okay, saya teach design, media design, interface design in the university. So saya merasakan bahawa pelajar-pelajar ni perlu belajar daripada pakar, daripada industri. That's what I want them to learn. Because in industry, it's up-to-date knowledge, you see. It's not like us in the university. So student must gain that up-to-date knowledge. Jadi I rasa macam banyak interface design yang mereka hasilkan itu tidak up-to-date. So okay, I want them to learn from expert. That's what I want. Okay. So apa hipotesis saya? Saya rasa kalau pelajar ni belajar dengan expert, dia boleh transfer valuable knowledge, okay, to my students. Tapi di samping itu juga saya kena identify, kena terima bahawa terdapat banyak cabaran untuk memastikan bahawa bila pakar ini bekerjasama dengan pelajar akan terdapat banyak cabaran. So I must identify the challenges first. And then saya mulalah mencari, okay, kalau nak pelajar belajar daripada pakar dalam industri, apa agaknya model-model ataupun teaching and learning approach yang biasa digunakan. So saya start mencari dan membaca literature, what would be the most suitable approach. Sehinggalah saya jumpa satu approach yang dipanggil cognitive apprenticeship. Okay, ini approach yang paling banyak digunakan bagi mencari cara bagaimana pelajar boleh bekerja dengan pakar. So bukan boleh suka-suka tau nak just pakar kerja dengan pelajar. No, we have to think of ways, we have to know what are the challenges. And finally, saya cuba cari apakah blended learning model agak yang paling bersesuaian bagi pendekatan yang saya nak gunakan ni. And I've seen in my condition, this one you have to see the condition of your classroom, the situation in your school, in your university, right? So I feel as if face-to-face driver and flex are the most suitable blended learning models. Therefore, I applied these two models. Right, so these are the questions that you should ask yourself sebelum kita memulakan, okay? Dan bila saya kata saya mencari tadi pendekatan teaching and learning yang bersesuaian, saya jumpa cognitive apprenticeship Tapi bila saya baca saya tengok cognitive apprenticeship ni banyak dia punya kekurangan. Right, so saya dah mula nak innovate tau. Saya mula mencari satu lagi pendekatan lain yang boleh saya gabungkan supaya pembelajaran tu jadi lebih efektif. So saya jumpa lagi satu model yang lain called social apprenticeship. Dan saya gabungkan mereka, I show how they can complement each other and become more efficient. Jadi ini contohlah macam mana saya merge antara dua model untuk para guru pun anda boleh melaksanakan atau menghasilkan sesuatu yang inovatif. Anda boleh cuba kalau you rasa dah apply dah problem based learning tapi budak-budak ni tak capai-capai apa yang saya harapkan kan. So maybe there's actually weakness, okay, there's some flaws in problem based learning yang tidak boleh menangani masalah yang cuba anda selesaikan. So you tengoklah apa kurangnya blended learning atau problem based learning yang anda apply tu. Okay, you tengok lagi pula kaedah lain, you cuba gabungkan. So this become your innovation sebagai tokoh guru. Perkara-perkara inovasi ni sangat penting Okay, so saya pun gabungkan lah. Okay, bila dah gabungkan ni pun inilah saya start membuat inovasi di sini. Right, so teknologi pun saya dah cuba kesan lah apa yang sesuai. I teach media design at the moment. So these are the two combination of blended learning models and teaching and learning approach that I've applied. So I have all set to go, okay, for conducting my course. Right. Ini adalah table di mana saya akan share. Anda boleh gunakan juga table ini untuk merancang. Okay, macam kita di universiti ni kita bahagikanlah into few phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 perhaps. Or you can have more. So later bila saya kongsi table ni, terpulanglah kepada anda. Anda boleh ubah, okay, boleh adjust according to your needs. Okay, jadi mungkin pada fasa pertama, minggu pertama dan kedua tu topik apa yang saya akan cover, saya dah plan. And then media sosial apa saya akan guna, okay, seperti berikut saya plan untuk apa. And then bagaimana saya nak apply tadi tu, saya dah katakan saya akan pakai blended learning model yang mana dan macam mana nak jadikan blended learning saya tu high quality. So untuk fasa pertama ni saya pakai face to face driver. right? And then dalam fasa ini saya apply yang kualitinya relationship. Saya build dulu relationship dengan pelajar, ice breaking, and then saya jadi mentor kepada mereka, you know, and then slowly saya bagi dia orang personalized learning, okay? And approach yang saya cadangkan, yang saya innovate tadi tu, okay, saya dah tahu apa komponen dalam inovasi approach yang saya nak buat tu. So apa agaknya komponen yang berlaku pada fasa pertama ni, semua saya dah rancang. Dan berdasarkan ini, apa aktiviti yang saya buat. Ini contohnya Okay, kalau biasa siapa yang nak buat master PhD ni, ini akan membantu anda jugalah membuat rancangan, terutama bagi chapter 3 methodology. Okay, dan seterusnya lah. Right, okay, macam mana rupanya, okay, pelaksanaan proses pembelajaran tersebut. Okay, pada personalized learning ni, ada 13 designer yang terlibat dalam pembelajaran media design dan teknologi saya tu. Okay, 10 tahun pengalaman, some of them in Australia, in surround Malaysia jugalah. So pada masa itu ada 57 pelajar undergraduate yang mana saya bahagikan kepada 15 kumpulan. Dan saya tanyalah apa platform yang mereka rasa sesuai dan juga designer rasa sesuai untuk bekerjasama. So they prefer to choose Facebook. So saya pun gunalah Facebook Excuse me. Dan pada ketika itu saya hanyalah seorang pensyarah lah yang mengendalikan seluruh proses pembelajaran. So this is the form of Facebook closed group that I've created for them to collaborate. And then mana saya apply mastery based education, saya setkan 3 kali penghantaran assignment, right? So first level they have to produce a design, okay, and then they will receive critiques. You know, they will receive critiques, feedback from designers, from myself as a lecturer, from their friends. So after they've done, they have to analyze the feedback and they have to make improvement. Then they pergi ke fasa kedua, they re-upload, you know, their second design. Again, they will go through the critique sessions, you know, with the designers and myself, buat lagi penambahbaikan, and finally, you know, they reach their final design, the third submission. So this is the mastery-based education approach that I've applied, yeah. And student ownership, macam student ni dia takut-takut tau bila dia bekerjasama dengan pakar. They always have this anxiousness, right? They're not fully confident, you know, to just counter argue with designers. So untuk dapatkan student ownership ni, I have to teach them how to argue back, okay, to counter argue professionally. So when they have that, then only, you know, they feel as if, oh, I'm right. I think this is acceptable by the customers, for example, you know, so they can always learn to counter argue back. When they're able to do that, they feel as if they own, you know, the design they have created, they own the learning process. So this is what I meant by giving students the ownership of learning. And then finally, I apply relationship. Kalau you tengok di sini, peranan saya sebagai pensyarah itu ataupun guru bukan sahaja facilitate. I have to become moderator, facilitator as well as motivator. Okay, peranan saya dah berubah dah masa proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran ini. I have to motivate them because they are not confident enough to work with experts. So I must give a lot of motivation at the early phase, and then when they get critiques, you know, designer ni sangat brutal, so they give like very harsh critiques. So I must be there to, you know, motivate them and tell them that this is the real world. You should accept this, but how you have to manage this is more important, you know. So I have to keep on motivating the student. So this is what I meant by high quality. You have all this element, you know, integrate into the learning process. And finally, let me just share a bit findings on what I did. So I found that having more than one instructor or tutor can be important factor lah in my case when I teach design learning, yeah. So I harap juga if in schools, you know, dah tak ada lagi mentality saying that no, you cannot learn from other teacher. You must always listen to just me. You know, you cannot do that. You must allow for the students to just reach, you know, any other teachers anyone they can reach so that they may have a wider understanding, better understanding, yeah. And then I've also found bila bercakap tentang integration relationship tadi tu dalam high quality blended learning, okay, the effective and confrontational role sebenarnya memainkan peranan yang sangat penting. Seperti ibu bapa lah kan, ada bapa main peranan bad cop garang, yang ibu ni main peranan sebagai good cop yang sentiasa menyantuni anaknya. So actually peranan ni sangat relevan tau dengan proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran. So bila ada lebih daripada seorang guru tu dalam proses pembelajaran, dia menjadikan proses ni lebih menarik. Bila terutama jika kita ada anak-anak atau pelajar-pelajar yang mempunyai attitude problem. Okay, we're not saying they're bad, no. It's just that there's always a better approach on handling them, yeah. So di sini ni Dr. Razi from UiTM. Okay, saya daripada UTM, jadi kita berkolaborasi and dia memainkan peranan sebagai confrontational role lah, yang memberikan kritik-kritik yang mencabar lah okay. So this somehow untuk pelajar-pelajar tertentu dia rasa tercabar dia akan cuba buat lebih baik, tapi ada juga pelajar yang terus demotivated. So for those students who are demotivated, saya memainkan peranan lah sebagai the good cop and effective role. I will come to them, you know, try to motivate them, trying to teach them more. Okay, saya merasakan pelajar begini memerlukan lebih banyak bimbingan lah. So I will give more guidance to this kind of students. So these two roles are quite efficient as I can see for design learning, and it helps students in a way. So maybe if you want to apply this technique, okay, in your teaching, you can do so, right? Yeah. We're almost there. So what I'm saying is that you are the chef, okay, you can start designing your own high quality blended learning, but you must make sure and you must identify on how to apply each of these elements, okay, in the process of teaching and learning. So where to get the planning, saya dah share ni link ni, okay. Maybe I can paste it here, Cik Firdaus. Maybe we can share with everyone in YouTube. Okay, this is actually a table. Share je Okay. So link ini, okay, if you go to this link, right, if you can share, Cik Firdaus here, dalam link tersebut, terima kasih. So if you go to this link, you akan dapat dokumen, okay, seumpama ini, right. Dalam dokumen ni seperti yang telah saya terangkan tadi, you can start to think and plan on how you can apply blended learning for your teaching and learning process, right, and what would be the best method. You dah boleh fikir lah. So nanti dalam dokumen ni nanti you akan nampak this one here, examples. Feel free to use the table that I have prepared, right? You boleh rangkakan, agaknya ubah lah. Kalau di sekolah mungkin tak adalah phase 3 fasa ni ke kan, you nak ubah into weeks or months, that's up to you. You can plan, you know, properly and slowly apply. Experiment kan, kita cikgu ni kita kena experiment. In order to find the best method, we must always do experiment. Okay, tapi nak membuat eksperimen tu kenalah dengan berhati-hati, bukan main bantai je lah, right? Best way is for you to read literature, macam saya kata tadi kan, wujud buku-buku apa agaknya yang telah diaplikasikan sebelum ini, barulah you try to experiment. Sebab kadang-kadang apa yang berkesan untuk classroom tertentu atau contoh berkesan untuk saya, mungkin tidak berkesan untuk classroom anda, right? That's why you need to keep on making improvement. Bila tak berkesan tu kita tambah baik dan kita teruskan laksanakan kaedah yang sepatutnya lah, right? So have a look at this one, yeah. Feel free to use it, right? I hope this will become useful for you. Most of PhD and master students actually use this to plan their chapter 3, yeah. Okay, not much. I don't talk a lot. For perhaps we can share from here. You know, sekiranya ada apa-apa soalan, you know, you like to ask, you can always email me or you can ask at the chat section, yeah. Tengok. Hold on. Boleh tak download? Ada problem tak nak download tu? Dr. Razi bertanya, what is ODA? It's kind of a new technique, macam approach yang saya pakai tadi, more than one teacher, you know, you can train your student in a ODA classroom. I haven't applied this technique, but it's kind of interesting to look at, right? Dual teacher system, you use it for ODA classes. Ini menarik juga. Tapi apa pun platform, you know, tak kira lah MOOC ke, ODA ke, ODL ke, you know, ada banyak kan. Dah macam-macam dah sekarang. Apa yang penting sekali untuk kita sebagai educator, I would say the approach you're applying. Is it suitable? You know, kita ni educator ni, we actually sebenarnya pengkaji juga. Kita kena melihat dan membaca terlebih dahulu apa teknik bersesuaian, kita eksperimen, you know, apa yang kurang, dan kita belajar untuk mengatasi kekurangan itulah, right? That's the most important point lah yang saya nak highlight. Kalau you tengok balik pada slide saya ni kan, start thinking about this first lah. Hold on. The framework just now, okay? You can start thinking, and this part, like I said, would be more challenging for you to identify and explore. Boleh download, alhamdulillah. So if you feel free to use it, but like I said, sebelum guna tu, I memang ada post dalam dokumen tu soalan-soalan lah. You kena jawab dulu soalan-soalan itu untuk memahami. Kalau boleh janganlah you terus sentam, I nak pakai blended learning, nak pakai problem based learning lah, Tara. No, don't. Baca dulu. Dalam konteks pengajaran you, let's say lah you ajar sejarah ke kan. Dalam pembelajaran sejarah ni, apa agaknya teaching and learning approach yang biasa pengkaji gunakan, kenapa banyak digunakan, tu semua kena ambil lah, take note and take that into consideration kan. Barulah you apply. So start from somewhere lah, jangan takut-takut, start from somewhere. And jangan takut untuk blend, you know, kadang-kadang kita malas nak blend. Be more creative and blend those approaches, that will be interesting. Sama-sama juga Puan Azila, harap membantu ya Cikgu Azia. Thank you so much for listening. I wasn't aware that we have to talk until 2 hours. It's already more than 1 hour now. I welcome any discussion, you know, any questions if you have. If not, I would like to invite you back kepada Padlet tadi kan yang saya dah bagi tu. Sekarang ni saya nak tengok lah kan, apa agaknya interpretasi atau definasi semua orang ni. Jangan lupa untuk join nanti bila ada masa free tu, boring-boring kan. Join lah, free je. You boleh sambil-sambil belajar. Let's say they have like 7 topics. You boleh nak saya saja belajar topik 1, 2 dulu ke bulan ni. Bulan depan you nak belajar topik lain pula. Suka hatilah sepanjang tahun tu you boleh belajar. Pergi balik dan rewind forward and so forth. It's quite fun. Okay, and this one here just now as I mentioned, Padlet ni kan, nanti saya baca-baca, ketawa sorang-sorang, right? Okay, letaklah gambar supaya lebih mengenali dan dikenali. Okay. Bila tu doktor, bila apa ya Puan Norida? You're saying this one here, is it? Ni, you boleh masuk pada bila-bila masa sahaja. You can even start now if you want to. Sebab dia memang terbuka. You click on that link, okay? Atau you boleh pergi mooc.utm.my. Dalam ni, you boleh explore, ada banyak kursus sebenarnya. What do you want to learn? Okay, you boleh explore mana-mana. Ada kursus yang percuma, ada yang berbayar. Tapi biasanya kita bagi untuk anda mengikuti program ni percuma je. You hanya berbayar. MOOC ni biasanya berbayar bila you nak minta certification, ada certificate kan. Masa tu baru berbayar. But if you just want to know, to gain knowledge, you can always learn for free. Okay. Terima kasih juga Puan Salasia, Encik Muhammad Saleh. Okay, Dr. Nur Hazarina, Honey Angel Lulong. Wow, glamour nama. Okay. Well, I hope if there's no more questions, never mind. Feel free to email me like I said just now. Okay, saya harap slide yang saya share ataupun dokumen yang saya share ini nanti bergunalah untuk anda rancangkan apakah agaknya pendekatan terbaik untuk anda pakai dalam proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran anda. Having said so, I would like to thank all of you for your attention and participation. Thank you so much. You have a lovely day, and I'll just pass this session back to Encik Firdaus. Encik Firdaus? Morning, Chitra.